How's it going, YouTube? Liam from Lee's Australia here, and welcome back to Let's Play Submerged Hidden Depths. I almost forgot the name of the title there for a second, but welcome back to Let's Play Submerged Depths. So, let's see if I get my map open. Nope. Which one was it? No, it's not that one. What was my here we go. B was my map button. Okay, so we basically now have 3 more locations to go. 2 more locations to go. Yeah, that does make sense. So we have the seed that's over towards the northwestern side of the map, and then we have, I believe, a seed towards the southwestern side of the map. But those are basically the 2 last seeds we need to find. And then obviously, we still have to think about or worry about this guy, as this giant is roaming around the seas. But let's head to the location that we went to. Oh, let's go to the location that we already have marked on our map, which is towards the northwest side of the area. And then we shall see where the story will go. But I do believe that this episode will be the last episode of this playthrough for Submerged Hidden Depths, and I won't say anything else until towards at least the game itself. I'll talk about it later, but let us go. So at least we have that beam there that tells us where the sea is located. And I have a feeling I'm gonna actually like like the landscaping, or at least the level design for that area. Because that's the one thing I will give this game credit and props, is that the way that the level design has been developed and made, and it was the same with the first game, but I think they managed to do a few little extra bits because this was a new game and added in a lot newer sort of interesting, or at least new kind of parkour elements. My frames are going a little bit here and there, but what I mean is that, because obviously there are certain bits within the parkour that probably wasn't present in the first game, at least not that I remember, because it's been a while since I played that. But just the type of landscape and the type of buildings and whatnot that have been developed for this game, no matter if they're massive or small enough. Oh, hello. I've already discovered you before, so I can't discover you again. But say, like, if it's like a skyscraper, or I think there was one where there was a cargo ship that was trapped somewhere. But to see, and just the feeling of all of these levels, and I think it's also great, as I've mentioned a few times, because there's really no combat elements to this game per se. Or like no combat at all, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know. Sometimes it's fine to play a game that is just more of a chillaxing game and not have to really rely on, say, whoa, hello, what are you doing here, Shell? You spying on us, are ya? Are we upset that we are getting rid of your corrupted abilities? We're cleansing all these buildings here. You are freaky looking. It kind of reminds me, actually. It kind of reminds me of Ouroboros, the Ouroboros from Resident Evil 5, particularly.
Let's go.
Nope. He's gone. He, she. I don't exactly know what the gender is of that thing. I think it's, if I'm... Columbia Gardens. Oh, yeah.
We could check her.
And the thing is that just switching gears with location for a second. Oh no, he's still there. It's just wasn't there during the initial boat trip. Anyway, what was I saying? So, sidetracking for a different topic here, right? So the locations I'm still unsure of, because it's not really disclosed of what type of cities or what type of locations we were at, because it's the same with the first game. But the second game, I have no idea like where we are to really sort of get a true idea of what kind of location it is. But going back to what I was talking about earlier. Oh, penguins! Aww. Pretty penguins. Hi, guys. Hi now. Anyway, so the other thing that I kind of like about the fact that there's no combat as much as like, say, for many games that I play, it's nice to play those type of games that are just more chilling, vibrant games. I mean, like, what was the game that I played? Was that Air Memories of Old? That game had no combat whatsoever. It was mainly due exploration and puzzle, which is essentially the same thing with Submerged. But the other side of it is that you obviously have no fall damage or anything like that. Still hit. So when you're exploring these buildings, and it's the same with the first game, there's no fall damage, there's no... Oh, great. Did I trap myself here? I think I have found a game bug. Oh, no, here we go. Okay. So, just quickly exploring around just in case there are any secrets. Ooh. We have a large marble we need to place down. So, because there's invisible walls, especially if you're in the much more higher areas of the buildings that you're exploring around, you don't have to worry about falling off. Or if you're parkouring from one side of a spot to another, again, you don't have to worry about falling off because of that invisible barrier. And I think it's good for a game like this because if it's particularly telling a story, or if it's more of just exploration and maybe small puzzle solving, as much as I do enjoy having a bit of combat here and there, like Legend of Zelda is a perfect example. For a game that is just more chillaxing and storytelling, even though I say that, we have this guy watching our every move now. I do like playing these type of games where it's just exploring, puzzle solving, and again, not have to necessarily worry about combat as much. It's just all about, you know, it's just what's the word I'm looking for? Admiring the scenery. That's the word I'm looking for. Admiring the scenery, especially when it puts into the scenario of a, you know, a massive flooded landscape. And again, I'm not sure what the time frame is here of like where there's of what time the games from the first one and the second one are taking place as. But just having the mind of, like, just thinking of, like, for one, it would be crazy to be living in such a world where everything has been completely submerged. But two, it's not even just that, it's like any other type of game in existence. Where it sort of talks about sort of a futuristic scenario, not necessarily like a zombie apocalypse or anything like that, or like, say, what's the word I'm looking for, or like, put you down. I don't know where my HUD's gone. So not just, so not like a zombie apocalypse or like an alien invasion or whatever the Last of Us, a fungal apocalypse. Ooh, flower. Yes. One more flower to go. sort of like natural kind of world disasters is what I'm really more referring to. Like, this is like this as an example. Like, it's fascinating to sort of see a world be created, or sort of have our world or Earth depicted in sort of this kind of scenario. It's a scary thought for one, but it's a fascinating approach at the same time. Where the heck is my HUD gone? There we go, there's my HUD. Alright. I probably must have fixed a few settings that I accidentally turned the HUD off. Whoops. So I see the book down below. So I need to find a way to get towards that. Now, again, like with the first game, and I probably talked about this a few times, I don't expect to get all of the secrets or all the, like, the pages like I did with the first game in this playthrough. I may return and play this off recording and get all the secrets that is available. Although I think the main secrets is basically the flowers, I think the seashells, and the pages in the main buildings. I would go out on a limb and say that those are technically the true secrets of the game. So, unlocking all the flowers and all the cosmetics for the boats, Miko and Taku's outfit. I'm happy to sort of end it like that for the playthrough of videos for the series. Oh. I got a little bit stuck. Oh, a hairdryer. Alright, so that's 5 more to go. Whee! Because I know sometimes when it comes to finding some secrets within some games, I do try and keep my eyes open as best as I can, especially if it is during a standard playthrough. But, oh, that's broken. Yes, I see. It's like the other location we went to where the elevator was broken. Anyway. Out of the way, penguins. I do try and keep an eye out for a lot of secrets that come about as best as I can, but like most cases, sometimes I don't find every single secret available. And I do the same thing when I'm playing games off recording. Like recently, I've been playing Mouse PI for Ire. That's been a pretty good game to play so far. And I've been keeping an eye out on as much secrets as I can in the numerous levels available. But I don't tend to find all of them as much all the time. But again, that's with like every other game out there. 4 more to go. Save Taku from the fate of these people. I can save myself. Yeah, it kind of looks like that the thing that's on her arm does kind of sort of match up with the layout of the people here. I'm gonna go back over here because there was a bunch of crates that I could jump onto, and again, this is one of those examples of like trying to make sure that I don't miss as much secrets as I possibly can. And sometimes I can miss a few of them. And there's no problem with that per se. And sometimes I don't necessarily go for every single secret available. See? See? Always good to check your corners and check your surroundings. Sounds like there's a book nearby, I think. Never come across the other one yet. Oh, here he is. So what's that one? That's number 3. Okay. Oh right, I missed the book downstairs. So let me quickly go grab that one. Okay, so I can't go back where I came, but I think there is a... I think I have to go back down there anyway, so I'll keep moving forward for now. Well, I'm going up. I want to go back down, though. Although I need to go back down to bring the sea downwards anyway, so I will eventually go back down. Alright. Oh, look at all the fishes! Ooh. Ooh, that's pretty. You got all the fishes that kind of have the glow on them. Yeah, look at that. And all the penguins again. Going up this way. Whoop. Lower down the bridge. Big campfire. There's the seed over there. Seashell here. Before I grab the seed, I'm just going to quickly explore. Aha! Wow, these two seeds were close together. We've got here. Whee! Oh, this is page 4. So, just need to remember to find the second page when we come across it, or at least find the pathway that leads to the second page before we put the seed away. And away we go. I'm trying to think though, how the heck did the fish end up getting here? Unless that there was a fish tank in this building prior. The water would have to have risen all the way up here, but I would have highly doubt that. Oh well, don't question it too much. And I see another seashell. Alright, so that's all the seashells done. Another hairpiece unlocked. Okay, so that's where the thing is. So put you down. Go start searching for the last... Good. It would have to be up this way, wouldn't it? No, that's where I came to before I dropped the bridge down, so it's not here. Unless there was a pathway down lower that I missed. Because that is possible. Hang on. Ah, here we go. Aha! Here we are. The big man could only watch as his folly played out. All in the city were devoured. Their deeds left mirrored in the hollow remnants left behind. Oh dear. All nearby objects have been discovered. Goody! Here you go. Oop, as the ball freaks out a bit. And it's really a visual sort of experience as well. For the type of game that it is. The children were forced back to the loneliness of the waves. The sister wept of her failure and for the fickleness of humankind. I may have made a sarcasm, but I couldn't read the rest of that. But I wonder if whatever was on her arm, because obviously it goes red from time to time. I wonder if that is sort of affecting her emotions, or if she's trying to sort of protect Taku. If she's like, if she turns out to actually eventually change, but who knows? Who knows? Okay. So our next stop is, we now need to head to southwest, which is about this way, I think. No sign of our big friend here, which unfortunately is not a good sign. But I'm just realizing now, I could have easily followed this as the pathway to the other seas. I could have easily just followed them. I could have easily done that. Wow. Alright, so we are at the last location. Just need to find a way to... Whoop! Well, the church is still falling apart. Wow. Like, again... Huh, right there. Again, like, it's amazing to sort of see a lot of these type of buildings just completely, not only just be submerged halfway in the ocean, but more just the visualness of, like, the overgrowth. Like, all the moss and the plants and trees just growing from the buildings. Like, that in itself is such an amazing kind of visual effect. And that's what's great about this game altogether, is that it's more of a visual exploration. You could say walking simulator, but visually it's really what it's focusing on. It's a visually narrative storytelling, and I'm all for that. So, Siphon Cathedral? Is that how you pronounce it? It's not a church, it's a cathedral, but that's alright. Okay. Before I go that way, better look backwards, because that's probably a way forward. And it does the pacing well a bit. Like, I think I talked about in the last game. Number 1. I talked about it in the last game. One of the things that both games don't have is a sprint, and that's perfectly fine. Like, sometimes sprinting isn't necessarily needed as much, especially for a game that doesn't rely or doesn't have any combat at all. It basically focuses on exploration narrative. So having a sprint for a game like this, and it's probably the same for like a walking simulator in a sense, is not a bad thing. But you kind of have to sort of make up for adjusting the pacing a little bit. And I think the pacing for this game is done alright. I think the pacing really relies on the boat travel rather than just the... Ah, so that's fallen down. So we could have easily got up here if we wanted to. But no, it's broken. The boat travel is probably the one that sort of requires decent pacing. Oh! Hello again. Okay. Here a shell. So what's the last unlock? Or like, what's the last? Oh, an outfit. Okay. Oh, seal. Hello, seal. Hi, seal. So I'm missing 5 creatures, which is probably somewhere out in the ocean, so that's alright. Here. And grab the book.
I have a heart.
Okay, so I think it's just depicting the overgrowth in a lot of the buildings. Is probably what it's depicting at the moment, but we shall wait and see until we find all of the pages. And a swing! And I talked about this before, like, the amount of strength that not just Miku, but Taku has to just explore a lot of these buildings to, like, swing from one area to another is quite impressive. It's something that I wouldn't be able to do, really. Unless if I really got myself into better shape. But that's alright. I'm happy to play racquetball and squash. That's all I'll leave it at. Right. 3 down, 6 more to go. So when you go this way. Just hearing the guy in the background. It's almost like hearing just the, where is he? There he is. It's just hearing the just the large trees just moving about. Well, like in a, what would it be? Like a tree house in a sense. Okay, so we got another seashell. Keeping on going up. Near the other shell nearby, but I need to go further up. Gonna go down that way. Oh, there's the seed. Go back here, grab that. 4 more to go. Explore other places first before continuing. Oh, hello. Man, bit close there, aren't you? A bit close for my liking. Oh, all the phones. Wow. How many phones does one person need, for crying out loud? And down we go. There's the last flower. Okay, so how do I get up there? Almost left the shell behind, but not today. Okay. Put the seed down for a minute. Go back over here. Grab the last flower. Oh, up here. Okay. I see it. I see it. This is the kind of thing I like to do. I make sure that I try and teach myself to like double check as many places as I can. Collect all flowers. Woohoo! So there's a ladder over here, which I think I came up on. Go this way. Another seashell. 3 more to go. So put you in here. Bye now. So we'll go this way. I did hear a show close by, so I need to find out where that is. Now this building here, this cathedral does give me Assassin's Creed vibes. And I have not really played much Assassin's Creed to a massive extent. Like the only Assassin's Creed games that I've really played a decent amount of was Unity, Syndicate, 3. Let's see. So what's that one? That's 3. Good.
3 said.
So what was it? So Assassin's Creed 3. I played a little bit of 1, not too much though. What else? So again, Unity, Syndicate, 3. That's pretty much it, really. So 2 more seashells to go. Keep on exploring and keeping my eyes peeled. Take us down here, do I? Hello, seal. Ah, that's. We will not end up like these remnants, no matter what. Okay, put you down here. Oh. Collect all styles! Whee! And I think I've already collected all the boats. All the boat outfits, and I think... Did Taku have an outfit? Or had several outfits? I don't remember. Anyway, I'm going back here because I bet this is where the last page is, so I'll quickly grab that. Yeah, I was right! Just saw a butterfly. There was a time when the city stood empty, save for the mass and the creatures it spawned. Yes. So yeah, they definitely depicted the story of all the buildings surrounded by the mass. But, with that being said, that's all of the bits found here. So now... you shall awaken. Just seeing all the flowers appear amazes me every time. So pretty. Uh-oh. Angry now. But the brother dried his sister's tears and took her hand once more. He believed in her, and together they would have their new home. You must rest now, Miku. You have tried to do all it on your own, yeah. So we're now controlling the brother. And I'm assuming we take her upstairs. That's the only logical reason. Hello, Cranky Pants. What are you doing? Keep your mittens to yourself, mate. So we have to go further up. Man, that looks intense. Where are we? We have to put her on the couch? Or unless we have to put her on the bed in the center of the building. That would make a bit more sense because it's out in the open. Oh, maybe I do have to take her up. I don't have any other button. Oh, do I have to take her there? That would make a lot of sense. No, that's what the seat from this location was. I would assume there would have to be like a prompt. Oh. Duh. Kinda looks like we created the Great Deku Tree. But that was beautiful. I love that. That was a beautiful cinematic. I absolutely love that. But there you have it. That is Submerged Hidden Depths. That was incredible. That was amazing. I absolutely love that. I definitely think it was a step up from the first game, and I enjoyed the first game, but I definitely did enjoy the second game a lot more. I feel like that what they managed to do, what they managed to do with the second game is that they must have took all they had learned with the feedback from people who've either played the game or left reviews of whatever happened, whether it be on Steam or any other platform that it was available on. They took what they had learned from the first game and made some adjustments, as well as added a few little extra elements, like playing Taku in some locations, but made a few little extra details and bits to the parkouring elements. And again, no combat whatsoever, which is like, it's a good thing. It's not to say that it's a bad thing outright. I do enjoy some games that do have a little bit of combat, but I also do enjoy playing games that are just purely explorational, purely cinematic and visual. It's a visual novel in a sense, in some degree. But I feel like that what they did was definitely an improvement. The pacing, I don't remember, as I said, much of the pacing in the first game, but I feel like that it was a little bit faster, or maybe just somewhere close in similar to the first game. But again, I don't remember much about the first game because it's been a while since I have played the first Submerged game. But nevertheless, I did enjoy my time playing Submerged Hidden Depths. And
Gone to Black Plant.
the city is restored. We have a new home. Yeah. Look at that.
Where's somewhere else, Stefan? Laco.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of other places that I haven't explored yet. Well, at least we don't have to... This top bit is unlocked now, so... Look at that. That's freaky, but it's funny at the same time. That is just now... This monster is now an absolute tree. Anyway, what was I saying? So yeah, I feel like that the pacing of the game is a little bit faster. The graphics, yes, that's it. So I can definitely say that I really like the changes that they made in terms of the models for Miku and Taku, as compared to the first game. Not to say that the first game had any problems or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I definitely feel like that it's a lot of an improvement from the first game. And the models, of course, are a lot more expressive, which you could definitely tell in the emotion sense of the cutscenes, and especially the confliction within Miku and Taku's interactions after putting the seeds away. You can definitely sense a lot of that element with the updated models and their facial expressions, which I feel like was definitely important because, again, not to say that the first game's models were terrible, they were, but they weren't as completely expressive as these models here. So I feel like that is such a good improvement and a good detail for that one. But there's probably a lot of other things I could talk about, but as I've mentioned many few times before, I'm not a huge, massive critic to really sort of go deep into that sort of thing. But what I will say is that this has been another amazing experience. And again, I may not have gotten all of the Easter eggs or the upgrades or even the artifacts that are located around the map. So yeah, there's like a page. There's like a page of a book here. There's a boat upgrade here. I haven't fully explored every single secrets that are available because I've got the 10 seeds, the flowers I've gotten. Yeah, I haven't got all the relics. There's a lot more relics that I need to find. Need to find the lookouts, the landmarks, and yeah, all the other bits and pieces. But what matters to me is that I have all of the history stories. I have all of the, well, not all of the city history, but I got all of the pages from the buildings enough that tell the story of what was going on. Haven't got all the creatures yet. I've got all the flowers, and I've unlocked all of the styles. No, Taku didn't get a style. Okay. That's a pretty cool outfit, actually. It's almost like an outfit that you played. Kind of gives me Assassin's Creed Origins. Is that what I'm thinking? Anyway, so I could look at all the other bits and bobs here and there, but there you have it. So that has been Submerged Hidden Depths. Again, this has been a cool game to play, especially a good game to play to sort of take off of, you know, playing like sort of the action kind of games that have combat and whatnot. But if you guys have not tried this game out for yourself and want to give it a go, then make sure you do Submerged Hidden Depths, and even give the first game a go, because I really did enjoy the first game, but I also really enjoyed playing Submerged Hidden Depths. So there we have it. That is where I will leave it. So thank you very much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed the playthrough and this video. If you do, then click the like button, click the subscribe button for more videos heading your way. Until next time, this has been Let's Play Submerged Hidden Depths. I'm Lee from Leeds, Australia. Lay 'em out.